Hey, computer! You pick now! You pick now! To reassert yourself now!
Why didn't you
Yeah.
dodge?
Get good, scrub.
I just did it again! Oh, we did it!
Nice choice!
Wait. I killed
I
it!
died at the last second.
Okay, so...
So we succeeded the mechanic, but there was an orb, so...
Okay, it's fine. This is fine!
Souls, I salute you.
Oh, talking about last second.
Healing art? It is. I can't ignore the pain. I'll try to be more careful.
They're all coming after me.
I'm doing well too.
We'll soon see
You're
about
playing
that.
Rockstar games like GTA, Red Dead, Rainbow Six,
Now,
or War Thunder? Nice!
this one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes. A merry
So do you do those
There's still more to go.
multiplayer, or just tend to be by yourself?
Not in your dreams. Mega Ray.
So, this isn't spooky at all. I forgot that Scream Alerts were on. Let's see. Sleeping in bathtub stream went through. Well, we could do a sleeping in hot tubs. No, we cannot do that. I didn't say anything. Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm a supple man. I don't know why. Troll Knight's Sword? I beg your pardon. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually been up here. Perhaps, if you want, just take a clip of it, and then you can scan it if you want. I'll just stay here for a few more seconds so you have a chance to clip it. Otherwise, I'm gonna move on. Okay. So, that should give you enough. Take the ride and get out of here. Take the ride is. Then we get the damage. Good job, hero. I would really appreciate it. And, till we meet again, y'all stay epic, and y'all have an awesome night. Please! Sir! Thank you so much for that raid. Hey everybody coming from Arctic Bear Stream. Thank you for that follow. Tight Chief. You can move into. Oh jeez. Thank you for that. I keep wait. I keep removing the TVB LG and Orion the Joke and Darth Jurgen. Everybody coming from. For as much as I hate sports, that just gave me nightmares. That would be, for all intents and purposes, against my religion. Right. What is hot, my peoples? Tell me about your lives. Tell me about your triumphs and your struggles. Tell me some good things, Chet. I'm just realizing, now that I have the mic and everything pulled up, it might actually be too far away from my face. Dude, pull this closer. Hold on, Chet, let me fix this. But how is everybody? Tell me about your lives. Tell me some good things, Chad. Let me get this stuck more in the mug. No, gotta pull it closer. Closer. Keep going. Okay, turn it towards you. The whole thing. Turn the whole thing. Should be good. That should be better. Alright, what is up, Chad? So, last time, we had to cut the stream short by like 2 hours because Comcast decided to Comcast. If you know, you know. And was making my connection all but unusable. But just for Twitch and the YouTubes. Everything going through OBS basically. So we had to cut everything early. Yo, Wolf. What does that say? How you doing, Wolf? What is up, my dude? We are just getting started, and I haven't done any of my daily stuff yet, and I can't seem to clear my throat. So I'm sounding extra phlegmy. But that'll pass eventually. So, doing what? I am doing great, Wolf. Got, I want to say roughly half of the next Take Run episode edited. Turns out I'm gonna have to do 2 streams in 1 episode for episode 9. But I kinda had to do that for episode 8 as well. Because things seem to just like cross over and smash into each other in a way where I can't have 1 episode per stream. Which, I mean, I'm okay with that. It means less editing for me in the long run. Which is pretty great. And we take those. By the way, Wolf, I don't know if you saw, but I did join... Whoa. Whoa. What happened here? Thank you for all of the multitude of YouTube subs. 6 from the gaming channel, and a metric turd nugget ton from the software channel, but it looks like it's a repeat of almost everything that happened on the software channel for the past like few months. So, y'all are about to get a metric turd nugget ton of alerts for YouTube stuff. But all this stuff seems to have happened months ago. I wonder why that happened. Like, I wonder why the bot, you know, flipped out. You know why? I can tell you why. I can tell you why. Because during the last stream, Comcast was being very Comcast and essentially breaking everything. And so the bot probably tried checking for current subs and then couldn't, and so it just reset everything. That's probably what happened. So I'm gonna have to add some kind of error checking for that. Because can't have that happening every stream. If it decides to do it again, that is. But yeah, well, like I was trying to say before my bot decided to rudely interrupt me, I did join the Discord server that, you sent me the link to. So, just FYI, thank you for the invite. And just a fair warning, you may or may not ever actually see me in there, because, like I mentioned to you before, I am absolutely, unequivocally horrible at keeping up with Discord servers. Like, I haven't even had trouble keeping up with mine from time to time, and you see how sometimes generally inactive mine can be. So, it's a thing. So I apologize in advance if you never actually see me in there. I'm just being very upfront from the jump. Okay. It's fine. So if I ever want to post anything, it's one of the original intents of what you're doing is to keep friends together. At least this way you'll always have a way to message me in addition to my own server. Indeed. Speaking of my server, Wolf, have you seen the announcements that I've been posting about YouTube stuff? Because I think you may find that of interest to yourself. And I would appreciate any assistance anyone desires to provide. Yeah, just go check the announcements on the Discord server. But it's chill, by the way. Okay, just gonna get my daily stuff out of the way, and then we're gonna continue on with the quest that Comcast so rudely interrupted on Wednesday. And hopefully, the alerts are gonna be done by then. Like, if that was legit recent alerts, I wouldn't care. But regardless, thank you for everyone that did subscribe, no matter when you did it. It is a magnificent help. Apologies, stuff is already selling. Big apologies. Got the max prize. Okay. Now then. Also, Chad, how was your weekend? What did you get up to? Tell me cool things. Did you go for the relaxing or the hyped up route? Nice. Or just the generally boring route? Okay, get this done for next week. And there we go. Now, where were we? We were... Hopefully it's the night time we can get the smooth jazz song. Daytime, but it's still still a great song. So, I wonder if we're ever gonna actually get the rules as a playable race. That just occurred to me. And I'm going the wrong way. La 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 la. I think I'm going the wrong way. So that, tricky PC, nice. Yeah, what was the issue and how did you solve it? Without being straight torches? I don't know about that. So, getting into PC? True, yes. I don't know if it can be in the background and still work, but I would venture to guess if you threw it like on a second screen and just let it run. Like, it doesn't have to be focused, to my understanding. But, just, visible somewhere. Again, I could be mistaken. You could just let it run, but if I had to guess how the YouTube algorithm works, I would venture a guess that they somehow know, similar to Twitch. Twitch just knows whenever the window is visible or focused, and counts your views accordingly, to my understanding. And YouTube has got many more resources than Twitch. So they've probably got ways to tell things that we will probably never know. So the safest bet that I could give you would be to just throw it on a second stream, even if it's just like a really small window. And you could probably even just mute the tab if you wanted to, if you didn't want the audio, just like mute the tab instead of the player. So meaning like right click the tab and then mute that instead of muting the player, because there's a difference between muting the player and muting the tab. Also, my head is starting to hurt. Pull the head over a little bit. Okay. Alright. Yeah, for a lot of things. Yeah, no. I mute tabs for Twitch streams all the time. And it still counts my view, to my knowledge. Because I have to watch things muted a lot of the time. Because I never know what certain streamers are gonna say. Even if they're clean like 99% of the time, it's gonna be the 1% of the time whenever somebody like my mom walks in the room that they decide to drop an F-bomb or something. And I'm like, you just went hours without saying anything even remotely spicy. And then as soon as someone walks in, there you go. So I very often have to watch streams muted. So, yep. And it really makes you look bad, even though you know that you're doing okay. Setting a little on something you were trying to investigate before. What's that? I'm still waiting on the alerts to go off. Or to stop. Plus it'll give us... Ooh, nice. It'll give us enough time to see if the internet's gonna be stable enough to stream. But yeah, what were you trying to investigate? Okay. Also, I need to get it to where I can actually show subscriber names for the gaming channel. Right now it only does it for the software channel. So, previously investigating watch parties and the effect it has on YouTube analytics. You don't know about the watch hours accumulation. There are tube sites that just watch certain inappropriate content over and over. And now that you know the watch hours play such an effect, it's giving you more insight into that problem. So you're saying like there's bot sites that just watch things over and over and then influences how channels work? Or how, you know, their metrics go? Wolf? Jamie! What is up, Zach? No, you, Zach, are loved, appreciated, and highly valuable. And thank you for everything that you do. And your always extreme desire to be a light of positivity and love wherever you go, Zach. But how you doing, GB? GB, did I ask how'd your, whenever you shared your testimony, did you tell me how that went? I don't think you did.
Get good, scrub.
Computer.
What?
I was not talking to you, you're just being insulting. Shut up.
No.
People watch it over and over. Huh. Oh, so you mean like... well... There's... tube sites that... just watch certain inappropriate content over and over. So you're saying that it does that in order to boost it in the algorithm? Or just to get the watch hours? I'm not sure what the problem that you're trying to express here is. And also, to my understanding, the watch hours metric is mostly just valuable for getting YouTube partner and stuff like that. The problem is the content they're consuming that makes it seem so popular because of the repetitive view effect. Right, okay. So actually, what you're describing does actually boost those videos in the algorithm. And here's why. Because a big part of how the algorithm pushes videos is what it looks at how long a video is watched for. So like there's what's called a average view duration for every video. And generally, the higher the average view duration, the more that YouTube thinks that, okay, this person or this group of people likes this certain type of content because they watched it for longer, or they watched it all the way through. And, and then what it does is it looks at the watch habits of people related to that type of content. It's like, okay, people that like, let's say, sports cars watch a lot of videos like this. So I'm going to push this type of video to this type of audience because this other group watches it a lot. And so it pushes the video further out, which then checks against, did those people that had pushed it to click it, and then how long did they watch it? So it's a combination of how many people actually clicked it based on how, versus how many people was actually presented it. It's like this called click-through rates. So a click-through rate is like you see it on some page and you click it, and that increases the click-through rate. So it's click-through rate and average watch duration. So by doing this, these groups that do this, they're increasing both the click-through rate and the average view duration. So to the algorithm, that's like, oh yeah, we should push this. And so it pushes this type of content to what the algorithm thinks are people that are similar to the people that are watching it originally. So the question is, which I guess that I'm confused about, is what kind of content are they doing this with? Like, is it stuff that tends to break TOS? And they're just pushing it for as long as they can till it gets deleted? Or is it something else? Or is it just like trash, nonsense video that they're just using to manipulate the algorithm and make money? Also, yeah, you can speak plainly if you like, but if you feel more comfortable doing, messaging me privately, that's fine too. It's whatever you're comfortable with. Sure. Well, how about you just message me on Discord about it, because I'm curious about the details of what you're talking about. Okay, chat. So the stream decided to not work for us in the middle of this quest. So let's hope that we didn't lose our cutscene here, because it cut us off in the middle of a cutscene. And it was a voice-acted, important story cutscene. So let's see what we got, shall we? Oh, hello, dear. You want to work with us? New friends? It's videos of women doing try-ons, which we know is a gateway thing, like their OnlyFans pages. So it's communities that watch through the tube sites in a duck egg. Imagine the video are definitely getting full walkthroughs. The reason I started getting these tractors because you were trying to figure out how much things like that created a barrier for genuine content creators in the algorithm. Good question. Also, I don't know what try-ons is, but I can take a guess. But, if I had to guess, based on the admittedly limited knowledge that I have of the algorithm, I would say no, that it doesn't impact genuine creators because of the way that YouTube understands the watch habits of people so well, and they have all this data and it's sent to the algorithm, and the algorithm crunches through this stuff so effectively that somebody like me or you that doesn't engage with that type of content, we will probably hardly ever see it, if ever, because the types of things that we watch are not related to that content in the least, much less the stuff that we create. So because the algorithm pushes things that are in relation to what other people watch, the algorithm will push to you things that are related to things you've already watched. And so, if creators make things that are related to the things that you watch, that's what's going to get pushed to you. And in the same respect as these other types of videos like what you're talking about, mainly people that interact with that type of content are going to get pushed that type of content. Does that make sense? So based on the limited knowledge that I have of the algorithm, that's how I would say it works. So I would say that no, it doesn't hurt genuine creators, especially ones that create stuff that's not even close to that type of content. Oh, hello dear. You want to Brooklyn's new friends? Hey, Sua. What are you doing up and about? Is your back feeling better? It's much healed now, so don't make a fuss. Besides, I can't be lounging in bed all day when you're out there fighting your hardest to win the throne. You're the claimant with the greatest love for peace. I love this nation of ours. And lending you my support is the least I can do. When I see you smile like that, how can I not be encouraged? Oh, there's plenty more who believe in your cause. I can recruit a whole battalion of smiling faces if you think it'll help. Yours alone is more than enough. Thank you, Peshwa. And thank you, I promise. I also pray for your success in the contest. All those smiling faces. Makes sense. Unfortunately, there was a pass-through stream from his tool, and so went into that category to reach a new group of people with the gospel. And now those streamers get suggested to you. That's how you first got keyed into such issues. Wait, are we talking about Twitch or YouTube, Wolf? Because I've been talking about YouTube the whole time. Twitch is a different animal. Oh, sorry, Carlota. I'm getting distracted. It's just with the progress we made in the contest, even these everyday encounters feel that much more special. Do you think we can take our time and maybe wander around a little first? Then we can head to that spot I was thinking of? Talk about YouTube, but creators on both platforms? Okay. So Twitch does have similar suggestion features. So it makes sense if that's what happened, that you would then get recommended those types of creators based off of that.
This is much better. I used to come here all the time when I was little. Would look out over the whole city, and whatever worries I had would seem so small. Do you remember what I said at the top of Warkor Zormor? That I would fight to preserve Papa's peaceful Tural? Well, I've been thinking a lot since then. About what peace really means. If it's just the absence of war. And it brought to mind all the best parts of our journey so far. I realize nothing gives me greater joy than the happiness of others. Life has its ups and downs, but the company of family and friends and the music of their laughter is what makes it worth living. And as silly as it might sound, I've come to believe that those smiling faces are the best measure of peace. with eternal life and no struggle or conflict, it's certainly an ideal worth striving for. Who knows if we could make such a world a reality? But renouncing war and conquest seems like a good place to start. So, this is my plan. When I become Dawn Servant, I'll build on Papa's peace. Our people will live together in happiness. It's just like Kryl said. By taking the time to hear their concerns, understand their feelings, and consider how best to serve, with each passing day, I'll be that much closer to becoming the leader I want to be. It's hard for me to say how much I've changed since the contest began. But there's one thing I can say with confidence. I wouldn't have come this far without you as allies. If it wasn't for you all listening and feeling and thinking along with me, I would have never learned so much, and in so short a time. There are 2 keystones left. After everything that's happened, and imagining what could happen, are you still willing to walk this path with me? Thank the gods for that. Well, I've nothing else to get off my chest. I need to head to the palace, but I'll see you back at the cabins.
Nice. What a wholesome moment. Also, what a cozy cabin. If I do say so myself. And I do. Also, can we admire how smooth this jazz is? You look to be in good spirits. I assume your leisure time was well spent. I was glad to snatch some quality sleep myself. After all, it will soon be back to the road for us. Yeah, I can build design homes. I can look similar. So, you can design the interiors, but as far as the exteriors, there's not much you can do. So, like, you can't make something that looks like this. So the most you can really do is take just, like, the standard view of the house and change, like, the skin of it, essentially. Like, there's certain pieces of the model of the house that you can swap out. But the physical structure of the house stays the same. And it's the same as the interior. So, like, if you have a 2-story house, you will always have a 2-story house. You can't just, like, break it into one big floor. The floor plan is always the same. It's just you get to decorate it how you want. Can you imagine how much goodness what it would require for you to be able to actually properly build a house in a game like this? A custom house? That would be such a demand on the servers. Much less the general infrastructure of the game. Rift have one of the most exceptional player housing systems you ever saw, and people created things that amazed the developers. Wait, Rift was a MMO? I think it was, yes. Actually, Chad, let me get some of my tea before I do the next quest. Still is, but the popularity really died down. I'm sure it did. But I bet it's got a really, passionate community that has stuck around. Alright. It does, but at the same time, the very hurt community. The original owners made changes the community didn't understand until they realized they were selling the company. Oof. Do you think they were trying to break the game? Like actually kill the game? Before they sold it? The developers, I mean. Okay. Let us forge ahead. We are now in the level 94 quest. Good. I fully understand what they were trying to accomplish, but it did kill the game. Such good content creator. Program 2. Oof. Also sounds like what Star Wars Galaxies kind of did, doesn't it? I'm sure the others will be along shortly. I do hope everyone is rested well. Now that we've refreshed ourselves somewhat, let us consider our claimants as they currently stand. Zarelja and Kona have completed every feat thus far and hold 5 keystones apiece. Diplomat would be equal with them but for Rakul's Ajay's thievery, which has left us 1 short. Conniving braggart didn't so much as lift a finger for the feat of proof, and wreaked habit for the feat of ice. He can't have more than 3 keystones at most. You may think he can simply steal what he needs to win, but he's sorely mistaken. I will be taking back what's mine, this I swear. I fear that reclaiming your keystone may not be enough. That is, if Rakul's Ajay's unleashing of Valigamanda is any indication. Using his lead, I anticipate that he will move to obtain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may all find ourselves being forced to take from one another. Can't say I'd be comfortable with that. But neither will I surrender any claim to the throne so easily. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of my people, I'll do what I must. The last 2 keystones we require are those of the layers repast and the layers of the Brotherhood. The former depicts the cessation of hostilities between the Mulja and the Zbral in the forests of Yaktail, specifically near a village called Geek Rocks, where I was born, if you recall. I haven't been back there since Papa took me in when I was a baby. Where the layers of the Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga, it's said that a foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawn Servant, but little more than that. Eorzea has a similar tale. The explorer Ketram befriended a 2-headed king known as the Autarch before commencing his travels across Dural. He journeyed here several times afterwards, was ultimately lost at sea. At least, that is the commonly held belief. Your 2-headed king certainly sounds like Tata, so this Keterin fellow must have come to Tuliolo. But if he indeed arrived some 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet, vestiges of Yakui architecture notwithstanding. Wait, you said Autarch, didn't you? Then Keterin must have met the Dawn Servant in Mamook. Mamook? Is that a city? one of the grandest in Terrell. Once upon a time, and the seat of the... Once upon a time, and the seat of Mimulsa's homeland. It too lies in Yachtale, not far from Eaton Rocks. But all things considered, Yachtale seems the obvious choice for our next destination. From here, the safest method of travel is by dirigible. We should make for the landing once our preparations are complete. Riding in one of Hona's balloons? They can't be any worse than ships, can they? Okay. For anyone not following the story, Woodlamat is seasick, or she gets seasick fairly easily, and she's concerned that air travel will do the same thing. But yeah, Wolf, is Rift free to play by now, or is it still a subscription game? Do you know? Free to play quite a while back, which if it was a great move for them, probably so. Especially as the population thinned out. How exciting. The design of Terrelli dirigibles intrigues me. I must note how they perform compared to Eorzean airships. Yeah, it'll be fine. Just fine. For as much as I wish we could ignore him, because his eyes a real threat. We can't afford to let our guard down. Yachtale, where the Yachtoi dreamt of the Golden City. Ready to leave when you are. They did that well before selling the company. Definitely led to the height of the game though. Nice. The next flight to Yachtale will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs, and luggage inside the dirigible at all times. Are you sure that thing will stay in the air? All the way to Yachtale? Are you ready? Bags packed and goodbye said. There's no going back once we lift off. Not that I'm nervous or anything, I'm just making sure that you're not nervous. Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Okay, will you hold my hand? This is still sort of my nerves. The nicest person I've ever met, Karota. I'll try not to crush your hand. There she is. I promise, wait just a moment. Marbling, totally. Of course, of course. I'll wait as long as you need. Sorry to delay you, but we were able to discover the origin of Trial's earring. Is that so? You said before that it gained popularity in Yaktral as a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right. We tracked down the elderly merchant to whom first sales were attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at market some 20 years ago. Little did he know that charming taste of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. The foreign mage wearing this earring could only be grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? One in Yachtell, to which it seems you were already bound. What luck! Then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it a mere coincidence that brought my grandfather there? Or yet another discovery to look forward to? Thank you both for coming all this way. Check out those light rays coming off of Worklamat's axe. Anything for the third promise. Good luck with the rest of the ride. Thanks. I won't let you down. Just gonna board this dirigible and I'm as good as there. Last calls for passengers to Yachtell. I really hope she wins. Yachtell will test her mettle, without a doubt. The next Dawn servant must be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be.
The fierce Chapral hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Yachtell. Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named. It is here, where the Chapral and Mamulja once battled for dominance, that the right of succession would reach its climax.
Are you all right?
I've never been good with heights.
The vegetation is far denser than in Kozumauka.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
A cenote?
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the earth, it became susceptible to erosion. Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble. So, don't take a tumble.
It was one time.
Is the Chabral community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
Yo, how's it going, Craig? What is up, sir? How was your weekend, my dude? Oh, listen to this new song. If this doesn't give y'all Lahi vibes, I don't know what will. For those of you that have played this game, you know what Lahi is. If you don't, it's okay. But that journey was delightful. The wind was fair and the vessel hardly rocked at all. Can hardly fathom how difficult travel must have been before the second promise introduced the rituals. Can you imagine having to walk all this way? Granted, Trial and I will ensure our promise doesn't wind up at the bottom of one of those cenotes. Will it kill Aaron Will to give me the benefit of the doubt? Or the benefit of a second chance? Lots of gaming to include the hidden deed. Are you still surviving after that chicken dinner, or are you hungry again already? Hungry for more? Or are you still good? With thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you keep someone inside at all times. Wow, look at how pretty that water is. Always hungry for more. We did play that pretty perfectly. The circle was also very nice to us. Oh. I'm glad I took that. Chad, we just found a great fishing spot. Yes, you can fish in this game. This is... It looks like it was designed for fishing. Oh, by the way, Crit, I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna be able to do this Saturday. Because there's gonna be a book sale at the library, and I wanted to see if my niece wanted to go. If she wants to go, I'll bring her, but if not, then we can hang. For all of Aaronville's insistence, I've yet to discover anything particularly blue about this forest. See, no tumbles. Thanks to trial and Alizé, but it still counts. Take care not to get separated. I'd hate to lose you to this rampant undergrowth. Was that rocks over there, I wonder? Indeed, I shall. But Saturdays have been my most open days of late. Fridays I've been just pretty wiped. Not sure I would be very much used to you on a Friday lately. Good, everyone's accounted for. Eat Brats is up ahead. Let's be on our way. Just so you know, I should be very cross if you trust me. Or else cenotes this deep, I wonder? Ha! I've fallen into high tide harbor enough times to be a professional diver. There's no way I'd fall into something like this on accident. And before she falls into that on accident. So blue about this tourist? You'll see. Aaronville was not exaggerating about the cenotes. It'd be a grueling ordeal to climb out of one. Oh, thankfully we made it here without incident. It's not dally any longer. First things first. We must needs attune to the ether, right? Before I forget. Because I will forget. And that would be quite horrible. Okay. Do we need to repair? Yep. Cozy. Very cozy. Oh, speaking of cozy, what is what? chat. Everyone's just spawning in at once. They're doing a fate train or something? Okay. Yeah, crit. Speaking of cozy, I was in Star Citizen this morning. Selling some of the RNC that I salvaged the day before. Yeah, yesterday. And with the little bit of time that I had left, I just went exploring Providence Platform. And did you know that there's like a full-on like lounge area toward the back of Providence Platform? It's super nice. Yeah. So, need 10 of these. There we go. So they're on the buggy races? I didn't see anything about buggy races. Like, it was just a lounge with the huge, like, walls as the TV that, like, curve all the way around. I didn't see anything about races. Also, what ships are you debating between? Also, I can't leave until this song is over because it's such a banger. Just enjoy the music because it's so good. Yeah, I'm currently saving for my C2. For your redeemer bag? Total of 12 mil. You need? How much is it total? That's part of the song. No joke. Sometimes I just listen to this song out of the game. Just because it's a banger. Of course, I'm also attached to it because it's telling essentially most of the story of the game. $16 to $18 mil. Youth. Yeah, because the C2 is 18.9. Okay, now we can leave. But yeah, I think I just hit like 2.2 mil this morning. Of course, I have been salvaging while I listen to books. And I can do that for hours at a time, so I might have more opportunity to make that money right now than you might. Yeah, but really, I just want to get a C2 so I can try various runs to see, like, the profit margins based off of, I mean, compared to a 64 SCU. The ship. Of course, I could just run the math. What fun is that, though? What's the thing that you're debating? Actually, do you know off the top of your head how many SCU a C2 holds? Because I could just run the math. And I could tell you a decently profitable run based off of what's necessary, because I do barrel runs between Microtech and Orison. 600? Okay. Give me a second, and then I will continue. You have me curious. $696. Better. Okay. Let's see, where's my tabs? It's not like I don't have enough of them. Okay. Barrel. So let's see. Okay, so let me just run some quick maps. So if you go to Subin Mining Facility SM10 and each unit of barrel is 2,216 times 696. So you would need, just let's say 1.6 mil to fill it up. And then you sold it at Horizon for 2,816 times 696 minus, you would make, let's see, 1542, 1542, 336. So with a full C2 run, just running barrel, which is a very safe run, you make 417.6k per run. So that's the main reason that I want to see two right now. So that's running it with 696 SCU. So honestly, that's not a bad profit margin. Considering how long it takes to go out, find RMC, salvage it, go back, or rather go out, salvage, what is it, like 36 total? You know, if you're filling up your buffer again and everything. And then going back, selling it, and then running back to pull out the rest from your buffer, then going back and selling it again. That's like, what? An hour? 2 maybe? For roughly, what is it? It's like 5.5 mil. So whereas you could do the barrel run with a filled C2 within 20-30 minutes and make 417.6k. So, well then again, did I say mil? I meant to say K. Mm-hmm. 500k an hour. If you're lucky enough to find scraps fast, I have a hard time finding scraps fast. It's just constantly the rocks. And then I'm also working with a vulture that only has one beam on it. I call it my little unicorn vulture that could. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on it. Ready to head on in? Our first task should be finding the elector. Hopefully our relative's tardiness will not reflect poorly on us. The third promise and a retinue, I presume. You presume right. I seek the Dawn Servant's elector. Then come and join us in the Garden of the Stars at the village center. Everyone is waiting for you. Question: are the stars comprised of silver? Everyone? Who might that be? There's but one way to find out. Come, let's follow him.
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
If I'd known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide, I wouldn't have bothered with Ligarmanda in the first place.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled, let us begin. My name is Hunmuruk. As the Brash Rash, I have the honor of serving as elector on behalf of my people. As all four claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival. Third promise. If you would please join us. Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation. You must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
What? You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner. Teams will be decided by lots. Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
Twelve forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jaja. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help.
Claimants, please present your colors. I have red. Blue. On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Red. Which means...
Together again, as fate would have it.
Victory's as good as ours.
With our claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
Not the one-head.
Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows. Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine. Shibruk Bibil.
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say? Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanu replenished their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living. So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along? But a leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future. The rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques. Kitchens have been made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster. Let the feat of repast begin.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Bibil before. What's it like, I wonder?
Craig, you can't actually pledge for the Redeemer? The world? Is that like a limited time thing or something? You can only pledge for it during certain times? Such a promise will no doubt have thoughts on how to best proceed. Let us ask for his perspective. suppose the first province in Bakul Jaja will wear matching aprons. I dearly hope so. Only 2 claimants can receive keystones from this feat. Intimidating perhaps, but irrelevant. We shall prevail. I consider myself a connoisseur of all things tasty and trolley. This is the first I've heard of Zubert Pavil. Georgie! Thank you, sir. What is good, Georgie? How you doing? The first promise and patrols are formidable in the field, but in the kitchen, I think the odds are in our favor. As much as I would have loved to defeat you all in a high-stakes culinary battle, I couldn't have asked for better allies. For the pairings to be thus decided, the stars align for us indeed. No, it's like a scam email in your mouth. What's the scam? How fortunate that this feat's unique stipulations have frustrated Bakul Jaja's attempts to delay us. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just compete fairly? He's plenty strong, obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for the moment, allow me to express how glad I am for this opportunity to work together. As I see it, our team possesses a distinct advantage. Of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. Precisely. You mean we have an advantage in numbers, yes? Our competition has a team of 6. The 2 claimants, Surreal Zath and Bakul Jaja's lackeys. Whereas we are a team of 9. That's 3 more people we can mobilize. With the task suitably delegated, it should be a brisk affair to learn the recipe and assemble necessary ingredients. Too easy. Well, we mustn't be overconfident. Mustn't make a careless mistake that could have been avoided. Our first order of business should be determining the recipe for Zubert Pavil. We can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. Given the nature of the feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the Zabral people. Let's gather here once we've seen what clues this village has to offer. Having to have installed Pegasus spy software on your systems. Threatening to release them if you don't give them $1,500 in Bitcoin. Well, that guy right is claiming they sent it from your own email address, just from the front field. So, I've had similar emails sent to me, and I've very safely ignore them. But, unless you actually do have incriminating video. But be careful saying that, because this stuff is archived to YouTube. I mean, I think you're probably fine. But, just run a bunch of scans. See if you find anything. This should be all I need. The food isn't ready now? Ready, are you here? Oh, you weren't here for that? Apologies, I get people breathing down my neck constantly like they don't realize a proper meal takes time. A number of spices, some entirely unfamiliar to you, are nestled in the basket. That one's called tartute. Mostly used to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine. But its medicinal benefits are significant as well. Yeah, like I said, I've gotten emails like that before as well. If the details are incorrect, I wouldn't worry about it. You could even submit the email to Kit Boga. See if he can do anything with it. They're half correct. The recipe for some work to meal. First, I can tell you, friend, that this so delicious is meant to be shared. Alas, we're forbidden from divulging anything. Orders from Himuruk himself. To mentioning it has given me a fierce craving. I only hope there's still work to be had at market. Wink. Indeed. I'm pretty sure you can actually spoof the sender. Also, you could just change your email password, just to be safe. So what's our plan? You want to cut our losses and head to Mamuka. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think you won't tan our hides for leather if we dare return without keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before. How difficult could a second time be? What are you looking at? Soft nigger. Mind your own business. Wait, you deleted the whole email address? You deleted the email? What fun this is. An unusually colored banana peel has been neatly arranged on the ground, which appears to be smoking. Oh no! The person I've gone and dropped my Najul. I mean, Zatika. So I take a banana peel. I can barely see it for all the steam issuing from my underground oven. There's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. The record of the email. Actual thing's been deleted. Okay. Like I said, you could change your email address password, which should help for added safety. But first, if you really want to be safe, just run the virus scans and spyware tools, etc. that you're aware of. So, run a virus scan, run SpyBot, Malwarebytes maybe. Just to see if it catches anything. Like I said, I think you're fine. But, just to be safe, you could do all that. But it is probably best to be safe. Sorry, I'm back. What did we discover about this Brook Pavil? True to your prediction, the villagers were forbidden from educating us directly. However, we were still preparing. When we were still preparing it, as one might staple this, an observation of their techniques yielded clues enough. The lady blending local herbs and spices was only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying any relation to the word Pavil. One in particular she attributed to all common Zabral dishes. Atchiyuts, he called it. Or chote, whatever. I see. And if the word Pavil is indeed a dish as ubiquitous as Alphino claims, we've confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a coat bearing bundles wrapped in the leaf of Nazul, or banana in certain localities. It would seem the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. I saw the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles then, don't you? Brook. This would be expected of a dish called Brook Pavil, indeed. So to summarize, this dish is one of Brook, flavored with a combination of spices that includes Hatchiyud, steamed underground with Nazul or banana leaves. Given our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. As a staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand, which is why Banquet and I scouted the surrounding forest while we were exploring the village. Between the local vegetation and Malady Brook, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. Leave it to a master cleaner. For that, we should next divvy up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. I can help prepare the kitchen. Or maybe to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require firewood, and I have some experience in its gathering. I too should be glad to volunteer mine aid. And the rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I'm happy to lead someone to a suitable work if they'll perform the requisite deed. Alizé. As for the Nazul leaves, I believe I'm capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find Nazul in these parts. They only grow in the Jatika heartland. The forest far below these. Such an excursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first. This feat encourages our communication with the locals, after all. Lamachi, Kirata, if you would accompany me on my errand. No better way to whet my appetite. Good, let us be about our tasks then. Lamachi had no specific tasks assigned to her, so I had her accompany me. No more, no less. Come on, let's go and get those lazur leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. You know that Pegasus, Georgian does exist. It's used in very specific areas. Highly doubt a scammer got their hands on it. So what is it? T2 is 18.9. I thought I mentioned that earlier, Crit. 4x, almost what it used to be. Goodness. Yeah, I thought I mentioned that earlier, but I might be mistaken. Alright, Chad, let me get some of my tea real quick before we move on to the next quest. Also, I don't know why, but it's freezing in here. And we don't have control over the AC at present. Yeah, there's no way a scammer has that, Georgie. But, yeah, Crit. How many runs is that? Like, if you get roughly 5.5 or 550k-ish per vulture run. How many runs is that? More quick maths. Hold on. So 18, 9. Divided by, let's just round it up. 37.8 runs. That's a lot. That's a lot. UC2 and RMC. Yeah, but that's a much more dangerous run. It's like 2 mil a run. But like, how much is the investment? Not too bothered about it. You disabled your Facebook account for now in case. Coming up on the 48-hour limit, they said, after opening the email. Oh yeah, you're good. And if you're not, let me know. Also, I still would submit the information to Kitboga. We need a wingman? Yeah. I don't have any damaged ships, though. Unless you want me to just go on the turret. Or whatever. I think it would be safer for me to have another ship. Alright. Indeed. Maybe next time we hang out we can do that. I mean, wouldn't the investment be like 7 mil just to buy a full C2 worth of RMC? A History of Violence. That's a pretty okay movie, if you've never seen it. Jonah has the look of a man intent on finding bananas. What? The quest name and the description, there's a very distinct disconnect there. Let us see if there are Lazul leaves to be had in town. Perhaps the coach Ariel J mentioned might be persuaded to spare us a few. You're risking it all for the biscuit? Yeah, that's for sure. The safest time to do something like that would probably be in the morning, when next to nobody's on. But I mean, I know that's not really an option for you. Well, a weekday morning. Underground oven. This must be the cook Ariel J was talking about. The earth here is indeed fashioned into an oven of sorts. Fascinating. Oh, hello again. Do you need something? Lazul leaves for purposes other than the work for you, naturally. Unfortunately, I just used up my last You'll have to travel to the lower forest or more. Domestic Grove is the source of the finest lazuli leaves you'll find. Wild variants you sometimes see in city markets can't compare. I see. I'd hope to avoid such a lengthy venture, but if there's no other way to obtain our ingredient, then to the Jatika heartland we shall go. Allow me to save you the trip. Traveling there requires that you go through the Tagging-Beck Traverse, but it is caved in, due to the recent storm I expect. What? That means we can't get our lazuli leaves. But we can, can't we? If there were no other way of procuring them, you would have suspended the street, or else altered the objective. Perhaps. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption, but having overheard your conversation, I felt compelled to chime in. It's very kind of you. Any last-minute advice you'd be willing to share? Only to undertake the feat of repast with an empty stomach. You may find the root Habil to be a delicious but daunting dish to finish. Can't wait. Still, if there are no leaves here, and we can't travel for more, how are we supposed to gather all our ingredients? These feats are meant to deepen our understanding of the people and cultures of Tuliyola. So perhaps there is something about Zubrut Habil that we have yet to learn. Something of significance, other than the recipe or ingredients. Oh, I see. Like, who was the first to make it? Its history, that sort of thing. If it's Yaktail's history you're interested in, we should start with the Old War. Between the Zabral and Mamulja, right? These tourists have born witness to centuries of warfare, the evidence of which remains a star upon the earth. To know the end of the bloodshed, and that bloodshed is to know Zubrut Habil. What does steam Zubrut have to do with bloodshed? Precisely the question we must answer. Vexing though such a detour may seem, I can think of no other way to approach this feat. In that case, you may wish to visit the site of a settlement ruined by the war. The village of Ilianahosa also lies a short distance to the east. The village of Ilianasa. Understood. Thank you for your help. Come, let's go and see this place. So the unverified ships? Now what are you calling unverified? About to say, did I just legit get stuck? So what I was saying had the unverified contracts No. So, what I was saying is, if you do the bounties until you get to, the contracts, the legit bounties, until you get to the ones that give you MRV rank contracts, specifically the ones that send you to like the asteroid fields to kill the ships in the asteroid fields, not the ones on the planet where you kill the guy on the ground, the ones that are in the asteroid fields. And then you soft kill those ships. There's potential of weevil eggs in those. Potential. I don't know if that's been patched out since. You may want to look that up. Everyone knows there was a war between the Mongolia and the Zerel, but I may have forgotten some of the details. The village of Gillian Hasso must be further east. So let's continue with haste, for all we know our competitors may be on our heels. But yeah, you'll probably have to build up some rep in order to get the MRV bounties. I've still yet to get any MRVs that are in space. They're all the ones that are on the ground. I don't know how to get the specifically space ones. MRT. That's what I meant, MRT. Are they the ones that are on the ground? Like, in the description, it should say something like... If it says something like, the crash site on Yella, or Selin or whatever, those are the ones that are on the ground. Those are not the ones that you want. This place feels forgotten at time. So this is the village of Ilianasa, or what's left of it. It was a place of light and life. My great-grandfather called it home, in fact. Look at you. I didn't know you were in Yatel. I was picking up lumber in Eekbrax when I heard the third province was on her way to the site of deep historical significance. I immediately saw another opportunity to be of service, and so followed you here. Wokevu is a shipwright who came to our aid during the feat of reeds. A pleasure. You are a member of the Third Province's retinue, I presume? For the moment, I suppose I am. My name is Kona. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Tona. Oh, that's a good name. A familiar name. Where have I heard? Tona? Is it the second province of Toledo? To think that I addressed the non-servant's own son is some common retainer. Such disrespect cannot be excused. Please take up your gun and... Come on, not this again. I take no offense, so please do not dwell on it. Alright then, I shan't dwell on it. And right on cue. At least he's consistent. I understand you wish to learn about the Brute Pibio, while I am forbidden by the Zabrak Rocks to divulge any information regarding its preparation. I'd be happy to share what I know of Zactel's history. Yay gets over things quickly. It's like he gets over them in the past and then comes back to the future to just already be over it. And hail, son of Jedi! What does that say? How was your weekend? Really appreciate that. In its most basic sense, the conflict between Zabral and Mamulja was one of land. The Mamulja lives in the lower forest, where the thick canopy obscures the sun and the soil is unforgiving to crops. This drove them to cover the upper forest, the home of the Zabral, and they launched a determined campaign to seize it for themselves. Yet advantage ever favors higher ground, as Obi-Wan will tell you. And the Zabral forces held the upper hand against the invaders, rebuffing them time and again. But as the state of this village would attest, the tide eventually turned. What brought it about? Something you know all too well, blessed siblings. You must understand, the Mamulja were once a people as much at war within themselves as they were with others. The Homijo, and Bunewak and Dapurok each sought to assert dominance over the others, even as they engaged the Zabral in battle. In an effort to strengthen bonds and discourage infighting, Homijo and Bunewak leaders arranged a marriage between their children. However, this political measure altered the course of history in ways no one could ever have imagined. It was long believed that partners of different clans could not have children together. But then it happened. A child arrived who shared the blood of Homijo and Bunewak both. A two-headed Mamulja. Blessed with tremendous physical strength and magical prowess, he grew into a mighty warrior before eventually rising as the first Autarch, ruler of all three clans. Such qualities would dispose anyone to leadership, character notwithstanding. Under the Autarch's rule, the newly united Mamulja became a force to be feared, and the war soon came to a head. I think it best you see the results firsthand. Let us visit another battlefield from that time, and there I shall continue the tale. It was alright, you starting to mess with Linux again? Remember why you didn't like it? Did you learn it? So, why are you messing with it again? Like, what's got you interested? Chat, at one point in history, this part of the forest was lit. I'll be here all week. Going to cybersecurity? Am I tempted to? Yeah, but what is Linux? Seems pretty fire. Ha ha! So what does learning Linux have to do specifically with cybersecurity, though? What happened here? You can see the forest through those trees. Ha ha!
This is where most battles were fought between the Shabral and Mamulja, the Shobrit Cinderfield.
A field of cinders, indeed. How fierce their clashes must have been.
The war over these lands began after the Yokui's departure some 500 years ago. And for 4 centuries thereafter, the two enemies repaid violence with violence. A constant stream of minor skirmishes, punctuated by massive slaughter.
Until Father ended their endless conflict 80 years ago.
Accompanied by a retinue of only 6, the Dawn Servant opposed both armies and brought the fighting to a standstill.
First they sealed Valley Armanda at full strength, and now this.
It was during this armistice that both sides gathered for negotiations at the Dawn Servant's behest.
For too long, you have been bound by your ancestors' violent legacy. It is past time you broke free of it.
Tell that to the Scale Scum! We fight to protect what is rightfully ours. If not for their greed, we'd be living in peace.
Puff your tails and scurry off, then! Cowards like you ill-deserve the bounty of this forest.
Even should one of you succeed in vanquishing the other, your triumph will last only until a new invader arrives. Tell me, do you know of the vast continent that lies far to the east, where numerous nations vie for dominance? You do not. And why should you? Affairs beyond the salt we have no intention to cross are of no consequence to us. Not until those affairs come to Tural, like our honored visitor here.
He's from across the ocean.
I've been to the ocean before, and it's nothing but water farther than the eye can see. What sort of vessel could possibly reach its end?
That such technology exists is indisputable. as is foreign powers' awareness of Tural. If any such country were to develop a taste for Turali soil and bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine, what do you suppose happens then? You do not know the warlords of the East, but you know that if they came, they would not settle for a single forest. By joining hands, we might create a unified front, an alliance capable of repelling them or any other foe. There is no greater proof of these than my companions and I. Alone we are weak, but together we triumphed over Valigarmanda.
What? You defeated the Sky Ruin? I'd take you for a liar if the sting of our own defeat wasn't still fresh.
Their coordination was indeed impressive. How the Belu stymied our efforts to cripple the Yokui's legs and defend our ballistas. And when we withdrew to strike again from a distance, the Hanu called the winds to make our arrows miss their marks. In seeking to exploit their weaknesses, we only subjected ourselves to their strengths.
Those strengths are born of cooperation. The guiding principle of the nation we envision.
But our feud has lasted for centuries. How do you expect us to join hands now?
Ha ha! Give us an evening to convince you.
And so began that legendary banquet. One would not expect sworn enemies to abruptly drink to each other's health, and, indeed, a tense silence hung over the venue. But then, the Dawn servant called for the exchange of traditional cuisine. So it was that the Mamulja partook of spiced meat, and the Chebral steamed Najul. Before long, delight manifested upon the faces of those present, each side impressed by the other's dish. Seeing this, the Dawn servant laughed and declared once more. Their flavors, he said, would be even better combined, and he proceeded to help them prepare the new creation.
That's Shibruk Pibil, I'd wager.
It is a marriage of Chebral and Mamulja cultures, and proof of their newfound cooperation. The Dawn servant had asked for a single evening, but the feasting is said to have lasted 3 days and 3 nights. So delicious was their repast. In the end, a peace accord was reached, and the Dawn servant's words at that time still illuminate our way forward.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
very sorry. It's just to think that he ended an age-old conflict with food. It's all so absurd. It's somehow so very papa, I couldn't help but laugh.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Now then, I trust you understand the significance of Shibruk Bibil and the history it has written.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the story with us. What's wrong? Someone was there, you say?
Perhaps our competition is cooking up some scheme or another.
Something bitter and half-baked, no doubt.
Swordsman. What does that say? Have you seen the movie Neverending Story? I have not. Terrific. Nice. How you doing, Swordsman? What does that say? Which one out? Kind of like woman that's rather interesting indeed. She's essentially the main character of the story, so I would hope she would look interesting enough. I hope I was made of sufficient service to the third promise. Never imagined our father was instrumental to his work to Beale's invention. Papa really did live up to his words. He traveled the land and learned about our people's myriad cultures. We're doing the same now. Alright, Chad, let me get some of my tea before I move on to the next quest. But yeah, how you doing, Swordsman? By the way, Chad, what's everybody trying to accomplish this week? What's all that going on? Recommend the Reddit story. PG. Prime Video. Nice. If it comes to mind whenever I go to watch a movie, I'll pick it up. I'll check it out. Okay. Alright, Chet. Next quest. Wokevu has given us valuable insight into the origins of the Brook PBO. However, we are still no closer to procuring necessary Nazul leaves, unless... Tell me, was that a historic feast commemorated in some fashion? With a monument, for instance? Indeed it was. Allow me to show you. What's going to want with a monument? It's only speculation, but I dare to hope. Here it is. Ushered up by the two factions, these weapons symbolize their vow that they would never again raise arms against each other. Since this feat demands a journey through history, I thought it only logical that a monument like this might steer us true. Especially one at the heart of so significant a battlefield. Lamachi, Kirota, would you help me search this area for clues? Tell me if anything catches your eye. Sure thing. Look here. The soil has been recently overturned. Ooh, someone buried a box. Oh well, I would have been satisfied to find only a hint. But here they are, fresh from the jewel leaves. What's doing, Edward? There's a poetry in hiding them on this battlefield, given that it was central to the war they helped to end. So he planned all this from the start. Thank you again, Wokevu. We wouldn't have found these leaves without your help. It was my honor to render assistance. And with apologies to present company, allow me to offer my encouragement as well, Third Promise. Ever since I witnessed your performance in the feat of reeds, I have been certain that you are the claimant most worthy of leading our nation. All devised solutions to the Hanahanu's ailing crops, but you alone sought to know their culture and revive Kikihana, even if it seemed unrelated to your task. In my humble opinion, no one cares more for the people of Tuliola and what they hold dear. Should you again require the historical musings of an old shipwright, I am ever at your service. For now, I take my leave. I cannot argue with that. We have what we need. Let us return to Eaton Rocks. Okay. You're actually making pretty good progress, Jet. Presuming I finish this quest in the next few minutes, I will need to take my regular break, grab a snack, and finish my tea before I start feeling very poorly. You have to wonder whether Lukavu is actually a historian and not a shipwright. I'm glad we were successful. The others should be back soon, I expect. Hope so, I'm famished. You can make use of the kitchens at any time. I look forward to tasting your super preview. How did everyone fare? We got the Nazul leaves. Lukavu came along and helped us find them. Lukavu was here? I would have liked to say hello. Yes, he gave us an important history lesson. The Nazul Zajad brought an end to centuries of warfare surprises me a little. But to achieve said peace through cuisine is something else entirely. Leave it to my old man to find the hottest of solutions. But how about the rest of you? Is our kitchen ready? Everything should be in order. Jose and I made another tour of the village and borrowed the cooking utensils we needed. With no mention of what we needed them for, of course. I'm pleased to report that we are stocked with the finest firewood this forest had to offer. Spoken like a true expert. Aaronville and I found our root, so we should have meat aplenty. It was a spirited creature, so much so that its hunter fell down a cenote trying to catch it. What part of never speak of this to anyone did you not understand? I picked a good portion of local herbs, with particular attention to the seeds that yield achiote or itote or whatever. I'm told our resident astrologian divined the appropriate measurements for the seasoning as well. Through further inquiry, did I determine the ideal balance of spices. Then all that remains is to prepare the dish itself. I presume that at least one among us is versed in the culinary arts. I can hardly claim profound skill, but I have cooked for myself. Can leave the rest to me. Yeah, but I'm a level 80 culinarian. Bro, let me... Oh, here we go. And you, I hope, as I recall, you're an accomplished culinarian. I'm glad that they actually recognize that. Oh, my mouth is watering already. Without for the delay then.
Oh, it smells so good.
Good, there is still time. I shall prepare our sample at once.
At first, I wasn't sure about being stuck with the one head. But better that than playing nanny to the mewling house cat.
Be quiet, Bakul Jaja. No one cares what you think.
Act tough all you like. Victory will be ours.
It's ready. Apologies for the wait. We submit to you our Shibruk Pibil.
This looks amazing!
The dish is prepared by using the culinary techniques of the Mamulja to cook the spiced meats favored by the Jabral. It is a symbol of peace between their two peoples after centuries of war.
Both the ingredients and your methods appear to have been correct. Now then. In taste, texture, and aroma, you have recreated Shibruk Pibil admirably. Granted, anyone might well achieve similar results by following the recipe to the letter. But you went a step further. You sought to learn the cultural significance of the dish, about Yoktel's history of violence and your father's role in ending it. Your willingness to take lessons from the past befits aspiring Dawn servants. And for that, I commend you. All that remains is to partake of your creation. True understanding is gained only through experience.
Now this is something I'm definitely good at.
Ahem. I believe we have yet to receive our assessment. Ours is also a faithful example of Shibruk Pibil, as you will no doubt agree.
I see. While your effort looks the part, unlike the second and third promises dish, it lacks its defining aroma.
Preposterous! The meat was marinated in spice before being steamed in an earthen oven. This is Shibruk Pibil.
Oh? And what about the Jatika banana leaf?
It's because of you that we couldn't get any damn leaves! You can't fault us!
But the second and third promises had no such difficulty, did they? That which they needed they acquired simply by showing interest in our history and heritage.
Ugh, it's just some crusty old leaf. What difference could it make?
Your dish lacks an essential ingredient. As you have failed to demonstrate an adequate understanding of Shibruk Bibil, I must deem your performance unsatisfactory. Your team will not receive keystones.
This was stupid anyway.
His ambition only grows more intense. That someone could harbor such dark thoughts towards family.
What do I care for this sham of a feat? I can always take what I need later.
This is delicious! The brook is so tender it melts in your mouth, and the way the najou leaf rounds out these spices is sublime. This is the taste of harmony. Someone who only knows brute force and deception could never appreciate it.
Choke on your harmony.
Come. Finish your meal. That too is part of the feat.
Don't have to tell me twice. Ah, that was bliss. You've got real culinary talent. If you ever tire of adventuring, you can always be my personal chef.
It was palatable enough, I suppose. To you, who have successfully performed the feat of repast, I present these keystones.
Only 1 feet left.
Well, I should get going then. I'm glad that I wasn't paired with one of the others.
We can do better than that, surely.
The 6th keystone is ours. Thanks for all your help, everyone. I forgot something important. Was there any Shibruk people left? I could really use another helping.
Notice when you're heading out? Alright, sir. Drive safe. You stay awesome, alright? Hope you can get your raid in as well. Jesus loves you, sir. You're heading out too, Craig? Alright, Jesus loves you too, sir. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Let me know if you end up finding, weeble eggs. I'd be curious if that strat even still exists in the game. But stay awesome, sir. One final feat remains. After this one, I hardly know what to expect. Depriving the first promise of a keystone is a crucial victory indeed. We need to start considering how to reclaim that keystone from Bakul Jaja. Relieved that our dish was well received. It was so good. Already looking forward to having some work to be able again. Here, Carlota. Corral made one more using leftover ingredients. You'll love it. I'm thinking to buy more for the road myself. Now that the feat of repast is over, the villagers should be free to offer it to us, right? New wares are now available from the Zerel Merchant in Eekbrax. Okay, what stats does it give us? Direct hit, vitality, gear durability. Nice. Oh, it's a house food. Ah, nice. All right, chat. I'm actually late for taking my usual break to finish up my tea, grab a snack, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So give me like 15, maybe 20 minutes to get all that done. And in the meantime, I will run about 3 minutes of ads. So folks that come in for the remaining hour of the stream don't get a pre-roll. And I'll also play previous clips from the stream. Or clips from previous streams. So, if I don't see you when I get back, Jesus loves you. I love you. Repent and believe in the gospel. To repent means to recognize that you're a sinner against God and that you can't earn your salvation. To see that and to turn away from that life and to seek Jesus' life. To seek doing life Jesus' way. And to believe means to make Jesus the Lord, the ruler, the master, the boss of your life. When you do that, you are made a new creation in Christ. So, let me know if you ever have questions about that. I'd be happy to talk about it. Anyway, be right back. About 15, maybe 20 minutes.
Because I'm not silver and wait until I'm level 60 to do my I'm still a gladiator. I'm still a gladiator. I have to become a paladin now that I reached level 60.
The heck out of this. YOLO! Wait! I gotta see this. I gotta see this death cam. Oh hope somebody clipped that. Okay. Dead. What's going on, Nico? It's... Wait. Wait. Wait, I think y'all know what's coming. Wait. Wait. Is that not a little bit of a derp face? Because the way that it actually. Hold on.
There is big.
I see someone.
Oh,
it's not letting me shoot.
Not like this.
It's not letting me shoot. Why isn't it letting me shoot?
We're stuck. Oh, maybe not.
Hey.
Fine.
Go.
Yeah, they were holding.
Better than my 20s. And I'm just curious if anybody else feels the same way. You know, like, once you hit 30 and up, like, did you find that your 30s were way cooler than your 20s? Because I feel like... I didn't see that. I was too distracted by the... Ashley's just like, you just call out my name, and you know, while I'm in the dumpster, I'll come running to see you again. It really stinks in here. Can I come get out, get bed? I'll be here. Yes, I will. Don't know why I just changed the song. Look at this dude, he's like lagging everywhere. Get right, scrub. All right. You know, they awoke the daughter of Morgoth. What did you say? The daughter of Morgoth.
Would you look at that?
Okay. Does the water hurt us? The water hurts us. Probably TMI, but I gotta pee.
As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Alright. Okay, look at the mini-map. This little spot that I'm heading into. Is that me or does it kind of look like a circuit bug? Somebody take a...
Oh, someone crit.
I think that was me. On that death flare. I didn't see for how much.
That hit pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm really good at jumping. I've never fallen in any of these games, ever. Yeah, super first try. So, here we go. Alexa. He's not listening to me. Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
Ding! Just for that, you know, thank you, Bungie. Like, I'm serious. That is a huge win for me. I just complimented you. Complimented you. Okay. That's not a big win for me. Somebody clip that. I want that sound. A little doo-doo. Please. You know, experts with. Indeed. I almost just reflexively vomit.
Enable avatar feed.
Community, and he was giving away basically $100 for any particular gift card that we would have asked for. I happened to win, and he just now sent me $100 Steam card. So thank you so much, Lucid. Like that is crazy generous. So I mean, I know it was for your community, but still, in any case, shut his robe off. Did you see that? Him too. Chad. The gun got so powerful, it shoots off their robes. Since when? Wow! 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 Yep. The party's powers have been sealed by Ultimacia's servants. Following powers have been sealed. Item, magic, GF scroll, command ability, limit break, resurrection, and save. Powers will be sealed while the parties are inside the castle. Essentially, all we have in here is attack. You also didn't see that I just ran in with that AoE. Oh, Theo, by the way. Theo Ballin, Lamberlies.
Why?
Well, that's why.
Oh, hi. Good seeing you here. Come here often. I pressed the button. I'm worried about that. Meh. This. Well, that's nice. Take that. That's the same thing. And then... Meh. Okay. Chad, I don't think it was actually 15 minutes. I think it was closer to like 13. Or 12. I did good. Also, you know, the thrill is over. Your wait is at an end. I have returned. And I am refreshed. But you can make it nice. So does that make us timing twinsies? Lol. What are you up to, sir? Take it, noise. One final feed remains. After this one, I hardly know what to expect. Okay, we already have all these. Except for maybe little bit. Feet of the Brotherhood. Here we go. That's a relaxing episode of The Chosen. Nice. What'd you have for supper? Seeing as we now face the penultimate objectives of the raid, we would be wise to travel to Mamuk and undertake the feat of the Brotherhood without delay. Wise, yes, but impossible. The tie-in back traverse which connects the upper forest to the Jatika heartland is still impossible. Is there no other route? I'm afraid not. Work to clear the path is underway though, so I'm hopeful we can resume our journey soon. Let us use this time as we see fit. I, for one, would like to explore the village's surrounds. If Herondale would oblige me with a tour. Very well, I have no other engagements. Then I'll come with you, if only to prove that I am capable of keeping my footing. Though I shouldn't rejoice in our delay, it does afford me an opportunity to look into my grandfather's purported visit to Yaktail. Oh, that's right. Mamoru did say something about a foreign mage coming through here decades back, didn't she? I'll come with you. Want to join us, Kirota? Let us reconvene here after our respective diversions. As I recall, the merchant met my grandfather at a market in Yaktail some 20 years ago. Any who might reliably remember him must therefore be at least middle-aged. So let's make inquiries where we can. Grilled ham and cheese sandwiches, some pizzas for fruit. Millions of pizzas? Pizzas for free? Well, you know, that kind of makes me want a egg sandwich. I mean, I wouldn't mind a grilled ham and cheese either, but my soul is like egg sandwich. I hope someone in Brax knows something. This fellow looks promising. Definitely older than I am. A foreign mage 20 years ago. Yes, I remember. It's not often we get visitors from across the south, let alone those traveling with infants. Baby girls, I recall. I only saw him in passing, mind. If anyone were to know more, I'd wager it would be Himaruk. He was already some rock rocks then. The baby girl? It couldn't have been. Thank you, sir. The information is very helpful. This song is so massively chill. This may be the very lead I was hoping for. So Himaruk has been rock rocks for over 20 years. It's before I was even born. Hello again. Do you require assistance? A foreign mage passed through Igbrax roughly 20 years ago, possibly carrying a young child. Do you remember him? Why do you ask me of this? Who is this man to you? He may have been my grandfather. I wish to know what brought him here. Your grandfather? Not by blood, but he is family nonetheless. Foreign maids did indeed visit Igbrax, Master Galif. So far as his identity is concerned, I trust you are satisfied? More than that, however, I cannot say. Why not? I simply cannot. I beg your forgiveness and understanding. Very well. I will not press. Thank you for confirming his presence here. The rest I will discover myself. Out of more general curiosity, I have another question. They say the Yakoi once dwelled in these forests. Where was that exactly? General curiosity indeed. But yes, before they withdrew to Urkapata some 5 centuries ago, the Yakoi claimed Yaktel as their own. Many of their architectural remains can be found in the lower forest, the Zatika heartland. And that's where they must have had their visions. Oh, thank you. That answers much and more. I understand what it means to long for one's family. So believe me when I say that, though my position forbids me from aiding you further, I wish you nothing but success. By helping the third province find the Golden City, you will surely find the answers to your questions. Speaking of which, I have a query of my own for you, Kirota. May I request a moment of your company? Go on, I'll wait for you. So in order to get my answers, I need to find the Golden City. Well, that was my intention first. I'll do everything in my power to make it happen. Go on and see what Himaruk needs. Thank you for obliging me. First, let us head to the cenote behind this village. Oof. Okay, this is begging for a swim. Okay, that's enough of that. Hello? It was my intention to see you off without saying anything, but Mr. Strauss' plea has softened my resolve. As the leader of our community, I am gladdened to see that the third promise has surrounded herself with such compassionate and trustworthy companions. Would you tell me of her journey thus far? Is that so? It seems the raid has been a source of great learning and growth for Wuklavat. It does me well to hear that. My daughter would be about her age. Is this her dad? Girls are rarely born among the Zabral. So when she arrived, the village was elated. Such joy I felt when I first held her, and pain when I found her at the bottom of the cenote. Okay, so not her dad? "3 years old. An accident, it was said. But I knew better. She'd been pushed. Though we never caught them, a suspicious figure was seen fleeing towards the Jaktika heartland, toward Mamuk. Once bitter enemies, the Mamulja and Zabral had learned to live in peace. But who could doubt the intent of such a reprehensible act? I heard by targeting the child who would one day lead her people, the criminal sought to undermine the future of the Zabral. I was determined not to let them succeed. And so I let the memory of my daughter die in that cenote. And gave her into the care of the one person I knew who could protect her. So it is. He is her dad. Dawn servant, Jaja. Though she was born to lead the Zabral, fate had a greater plan for Wuklavat. Only the Dawn servant and I know the truth, but I must now take you into my confidence for one reason. If the villain who attempted to murder my daughter was indeed of Mamuk, then rancor towards the Zabral still burns. I was caught off guard once. I will not suffer the same tragedy again. And so I ask you, not as the Dawn servant's elector, but as a father, to watch over the third promise. Defend her from her enemies, that may be lurking in shadow. Will you do this for me? Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Will you hear my question and answer me plainly? Address me not as the ruler, Tuliola, but as a concerned father. Suffices to say, this conversation must remain between us. Pray breathe not a word of this to anyone. Well, rip. Okay, unless the next quest is obscenely long, we should have just enough time. Patrolling the passes rendered me emotional. I require a moment to compose myself, but please, do not keep the third promise waiting. I feel better having spoken with you. My thanks. Okay then. So wait, are we gonna try and go and get our keystone back? This might actually take a while. Finished speaking with Rook, have you? Upon speaking with Rook about several cutscenes play in sequence, recommended you set aside sufficient time to view the scenes in their entirety. Yeah, we don't have that kind of time. So, man, let's see. Yeah, so we can't abandon it. We'll pick it up again later. It's fine. So, here's what we're gonna do, chat. We're actually gonna call it here. I'll just end the stream a little early so I can get to bed at a particular, maybe a decent time. So, thanks everybody for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. If there is anybody in chat that you're not currently following, and you enjoyed spending time with us today, feel free to hit that follow button if you're on Twitch, or that subscribe button if you're on YouTube to get notified of future streams. We spend our time hyping up Jesus as much and as often as we can, building cool stuff with software, which I am cooking up some ideas in my head currently for more stuff, and getting up to all manner of gaming shenanigans. I will be back Wednesday, 4 p.m. Central, with day 9, I believe, of the, I almost said the glass cannon run. I've gotten so used to saying the glass cannon run. With the Dawntrail run. So, we are getting, yeah, we're making some pretty significant progress here. And I'm quite pleased with how the story's going as well. So it seems like we might actually finish the Rite of Succession well before the end of the expansion. And then there's probably going to be some kind of major conflict to actually getting, like, obtaining the throne. So that's going to be interesting. Currently looking for someone to raid, by the way. Let's see. Who is currently live? Let's see. Yeah, we can raid G. Haven't raided G in a minute. He's currently playing a indie game beta, something called Punk. So, if any of you are subscribed, would like to join us in a raid, feel free to use that first raid code. If you are not subscribed and would like to join us in a raid, feel free to use that second one. And as always, if any of you are not hanging out with us in Discord, You very well should be. We hang out there every single day. You know, tell a manner of shenanigans and mimicry. We'd love to have you. Like I said, I will be back Wednesday, 4 p.m. Central, with the continuation of our Dawntrail run. And apparently a whole bunch of cutscenes. A whole gaggle of them, if you would prefer. So, let me get the raid started as soon as Twitch lets me. Come on, we can do it. Here we are. So, if no one has told you lately, chat, you are loved. You are appreciated. You're highly valuable. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So, tune in again Wednesday, 4 p.m. Central. Y'all stay epic. Y'all have an awesome night. Jesus loves you, and he wants a relationship with you. So seek him, because he's already seeking you. Repent, and believe in the gospel. Let me know if you ever have questions about that. Peace. All day, son. All day. Stick around for a raid.